Alright, what I want to do is this. I ain't done a video in a long time for y'all on Facebook. It's crazy. It's a different impulse. It's a different current on each social media site. When it comes to which TikTok, that has to do with Saturn. All of it does. Because TikTok has to do with time. Time has to do with Saturn. But this is a real video. You need to learn about Saturn. And I know most 5-year-olds will say, no, I don't need to learn about that. Or you need to learn that you're living underneath Saturn. Your whole existence is based on Saturn. What is that? That's the Walmart logo. Alright, so what can we do within the Walmart logo? We can come here, here, here. What do you got? It's the cube. Because Saturn represents the cube. And what is a TV? It's a cube. Okay? So, I'm trying to give you some strong points to bring you in. And real quick, there's 33 degrees in the Brotherhood of Saturnia. Saturnalia, I'm just giving you the easy term. But they're called these grays. Yeah, and we go through 12 of them. And Saturn's color, he's got black and blue. Blue sky. All them lights have to do with all that. Black has to do with AC/DC, back in black. No doubt, Gwen Stefani, The Return of Saturn. The Nike swoosh. This right here is not, it's not a little check mark or whatever you think it is. That's the check mark. That's the ring around Saturn. 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 Just check this out. Look. Alice in Chains albums. Black gives way to blue. Black gives way to blue. They're just letting you know. Real quick, look. No doubt, The Return of Saturn. Right there's the name of it. Right there. The Return of Saturn. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the zodiac. Those were just a little bitty easy stuff. That was easy stuff because Saturn represents the crown or the corona. Alright? That's what Saturn represents. Alright. We'll go over that stuff in a minute. Alright. In a courtroom, the judge sits on a bench. In Latin, that equals bank. Okay? The judge wears a black robe. The Supreme Court wears they wear black robes. Referees wear what? Black and white. Because they're judging. You don't see that? They're wearing the black and white. It's a checkerboard duality. If you're in a secret society or you think you are, that's in the open, which is not secret. I'll rip you in half with your bylaws. Everything that y'all have comes from Saturnalia. Every bit of it. Doesn't matter. I'll show you. And I'll prove to you that your loyalty to your little brotherhood outweighs knowing the truth. Because that's all you've known, just like the ones with Disney. He's crazy. Disney has programmed me. Listen, this is bigger than y'all's existence. Okay? Now we have to find out why the judge. Why is the judge wear a black robe and then you wear a black gown and a square mortarboard, town squares? It's all created by Saturn. Okay? And this right here. Real quick. I'm a Sagittarius. You have a sign. In Scripture, in the beginning of Genesis, God created the firmament and it is there for signs and seasons. Well, there's 12 signs and there's 4 seasons. I don't have to say anything else, but we are going to keep going. Okay? You see those 12 constellations? How many jurors is there in the courtroom? 12. All rise. It's because Saturn's coming into the courtroom. Now, the will of God, W-I-L-L, and now we watch, it's the Wheel of Fortune! Yay! Yeah, I know. That's the pizza, all of it. This is the symbol on front of the churches, your banks, your civic centers, and everything. They're showing the dummies, I'm Saturn, and I will devour you like I've been doing generationally. So what this wheel is, it's a circuit board. That's what it is. Without that, you can't exist. God created that right there. And it's a magnetic wheel, the wheel of God. The combination comes from this. You remember in school the old time? All those little increments represent all those in here. If you take a 12-inch ruler and turn it out, that's where the 12-inch ruler comes from, is the 12 constellations. Nobody figured out how to can do math or nothing. Look, when the water separated, like in Scripture, we were with God. And then as we became flesh, do you understand? Each system of the anatomy was designed, nervous system being the biggest one of all because that's your circuit board in your house. The house you live in comes from your anatomy. The vehicle, everything. So without this, you wouldn't exist. And then in y'all's world, you don't even know what it is. This is Satan. We're going to go run right back inside. That's Saturn. Each one of these constellations have a ruler. Okay? And what that means is they have a light source that governs that circuit. Okay? Now, we are going to look at this as researchers, not as 5-year-olds, okay? We're going to put all of our worldly possessions to the side and all that pride into us, we're going to put it to the side. We're going to put everything that I have done for myself to the side. We're going to put all that fucking pride and all that bullshit to the side. And we're going to not be a 5-year-old and we're going to listen. Ain't we? Yeah. So we have to go back and look at every ancient culture that God created prior to the shit that we're in now. Alright? And when you've got Earth at the center, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, and it's different ways that they're going to look at it. We'll say Venus, Mercury, the Sun, the Moon, and then Earth. A lot of them do the Sun. But what do we have? We've got rings. And who's on the outside of those rings? Saturn. Because he's the big boy. Saturn governs all that's in there. That's why Saturn is the god of government. Is because Saturn rules all of that. Rules everything within here. And so what you have is governors. Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, and so on are governors. They govern that circuit. You don't know that. Now what Saturn did is made states and governors to govern the people the same way that those circuits, Jupiter, Mars, and so on, govern their circuit. What movie is it? I can't remember the name of it. It's the one the Vatican said, it's all right. Lord of the Rings. Now, with all that being said, who is Lord of the Rings? Saturn. What did they say? Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's because the Vatican is the Brotherhood of Saturnalia. And they're in hardcore satanic blood worship. Okay, now what we have is this. There's the bullseye, your dartboard, the target symbol. Like I've said, take all those rings out. And that's the sun symbol. Yeah, I know. So now what we have is we understand something. Let's go through this. If you're Aries, Mars rules Aries. If you're Taurus, Venus rules Taurus. If you're Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini. If you're Cancer, Moon rules Cancer. If you're a Leo, the Sun, of course, rules Leo. If you're Virgo, Mercury. Libra, Venus. Scorpio, Mars. Sagittarius, Jupiter. Capricorn, Saturn. Aquarius, Jesus said, he said this. He warned you. We're going into Aquarius at the end of, he said, you're going to go down there and see a man holding a pail of water. That's Aquarius. You're going to go into his house. We're in Aquarius' house now. We went from there to there. And he warned us. And now you see who's in charge. So the first 1,000 years of Aquarius, you've heard it, the 1,000-year fucking Aryan Nazi thing. George Bush, 1,000 years. Obama, 1,000 years. It's because Saturn is going to rule this 1,000 years. And then Uranus is going to take over. In the midst of hell. In the midst of hell. Oh. And I'm sorry. Saturn, Capricorn, Saturn, Uranus, Aquarius, Neptune, Jupiter, Pisces. And you need to know this. I go this way, but fire, earth, air, water, fire, earth, air, water, fire, earth, air, water. You need to find out what kind of an elemental sign that you are. I'm a fire sign, so it's depending on what sign you are up there, like it says in Scripture, you might be a Taurus and you might mimic. I grew up with a guy. It's crazy. I said, dude, one of my good friends was like, it's fucking crazy. It is insane because you've got damn bulls and shit and rams, and one of the guys that's with me all the time, every time he goes into something, it's head first, just like an Aries ram. And that's what he is. Each one of those constellations are an LED. That's where the invention comes from. And those LEDs every year is what produces the seasons. Yeah, the big magnetic field. But that's not why we're here. We're here about Saturn. We need to understand something too, the waters above and below. Because water represents power. And what we mean by that is the human anatomy is a machine. And this machine runs off water. That's all we need to say. And how much do you know about water? All you know is that it's in a fucking water tower, which is a lie. When they reset all this, Saturn's people put that shit up in the air. Yeah, we're going to condition them, even though there's shit everywhere popping out of the ground. That's fucking pure, nothing but pure, connected to the waters above and below. And then y'all don't even drink the shit. Okay? So, if we don't understand that water is electric, and water is what charges us, okay? It creates the right circuits in the anatomy. Okay? Well, Saturn loves power. So, now that we can see how the courtroom is set up in the judicial system, it's easy. If you knew that up there, you could create your own government. You could create your own bullshit. It's fucking, listen. Now that we know that Saturn is in charge, because the town square represents Saturn. All of them is designed on Saturn. The stage is in the town. You get your diploma on a stage. And wear the black robe. I wear red. That has to do with Mars. That means war. So, now we have to start to understand the water terms. Okay, the judge sits on a bench, and in Latin, bench is bank. Okay, what's on both sides of rivers? Banks. What do banks do? They control the flow of the currency. You get that? Yes. And see? Remember, this is court. Circuit court that you go to comes from circuit court. Why? Because you got charged. Charged. What do you got to do to this? We got to charge it. What do you got to do to this? You got to charge it with water. So now what we have is this. And let's say you go to court and you've got 12 counts. We already found out Saturn's the god of banking. Those counts are, you just opened up 12 accounts with the Bank of Saturn under the guise of government. Okay? Liquid, assets, frozen, it's all water terms. Every bit of it. Alright. Now you can see how the court, the tennis court, racket, too, them boys talk about because it's nothing but a racket. And the ball goes back and forth on the court with the ball. In the courtroom, the lawyers go back and forth because it's a fucking game. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. Saturn always wins. And if you're on top with Saturn, you're always going to fucking win. Always. But Saturn represents time. 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 TikTok. Time magazine. When was the first when was the first magazine of Time produced?
March 3rd, 1923. According to Time, the first issue of Time, dated March 3rd, 1923, lacked the distinctive red border from...
You shut up, you slave controller. You shut your mouth, Saturn. You shut your mouth. Watch. I'm going to blow your mind right here. Now we're going to look at Satanic Gematria. Saturn and science. And then what we're going to do is key in 303. 3 of what this is. There was something else that it was that I was looking at. Oh, Artemis. That's what it was. Thank you. There it is. Okay, this is what we're trying to tell you. Okay. I know you see that. Now, let me just make it real clear. Just to get all the people to shut up, we're going to key in the term Satanic Gematria too. And it's 666. So you have Satanic Gematria and 303, which is 666. So we have science and the word Saturn. Science did that. It's Saturn. Saturn. It's bullshit. You don't need anything whatsoever. It is garbage how they're making this shit up, but you dummies are loving it. It's so sad that y'all can't even fucking go outside. I mean, just look at the people. I love you. You were never meant to get out of your car and stumble to the mailbox and then stumble inside at 40 or 30 and having strokes that young. It's from your environment. It's Saturn. So, do you see what I mean? And Jesus was 33. We cannot give you any more information. Look, the god Artemis.
According to Britannica, Artemis, in Greek religion, the goddess of wild animals, the hunt and vegetation and of chastity and childbirth, she was identified by the Romans with Diana.
Yeah, well, but the whole thing is NASA. See, look, the thing is this, is that whole setup right there is that right there. You know, and we can get into maritime admiralty law, which is wall-mart. But I don't feel like doing that. Let's see. Anything that you see that has a cube, like Islam, Muslims, that whole religion is Saturn. Catholicism, the whole religion is Saturn. The cube they walk around and go up to and touch, that's Saturn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Long time ago, man. This is what Satan does. Is he creates dummies from birth and then puts a cube out there and then tells them to go stand by it. And then eventually people that don't have anything else that are forced to look around and go, what are they doing? They're touching the fucking cube. What does that mean? That's God. They're close. Well, let's go. And then that's how they do it. Forcefully. There's a show that's on Netflix where they're going back and forth in a time warp and they're always going tick-tock, tick-tock. It's because it's Saturn. Anytime in Dark Knight Rises, Batman, when Mr. Black, look, this is what I'm saying. There we go. This is what I'm saying. You can tell it's all fake as shit, the whole thing. It's not, but it's scripted. Look, this is bigger than what y'all can think. Your little brain and your whole existence that's been inputted in there won't allow you to know how Satan has used us and lived off of us for a very long time. Created towns and then created evil fucking people around them to create shit to pop off and then put the story in their fucking propaganda and then give them, you better stay inside. Yeah, and then generationally, because fear goes with you when you die. Your emotions, everything goes with you when you die. When you're born, it's a crown copyrighted birth certificate, and the sole of the baby's feet used to be put on there, and it's commerce is what it says. By definition, commerce is property. And see, you don't even know what the fuck that means, so by definition, you live propaganda. Anything misleading. The Black Death.
According to History.com, social distancing and quarantine were used in medieval times to fight the Black Death.
No, it wasn't. That's the Saturn death. That's the Saturn death. Look. The Black Hand, World War I. There it is, Black Hand. This is the whole reason that they broke out, unification or death. Or as the Black Hand. It's Saturn. It's them. And look, even that right there is the Skull and Bones logo. It's not hard to go look. I've done videos on this. And that would go into Yale, Skull and Bones. So you got Black Death, Black Hand. You know, all these have to do with some very fucking evil people. And once you start learning the symbols and stuff. And see, and that's another thing too. See, that came out on March 3rd, 33 degrees. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully I got your attention. Hang on. Oh yeah. This, in gematria, these two words right here go together. We've done proven it's real. Jesus 888 gematria.
According to Wikipedia, in some Christian numerology, the number 888 represents Jesus, or sometimes more specifically Christ the Redeemer. This representation may be justified either through gematria, by counting the letter values of the Greek transliteration of Jesus' name, or as an opposing value to 666.
There it is. But what we're going to do is let me go over here and just put the synagogue of Satan in, in satanic gematria. And it just said 888. There it is. And then if you want to know what they really do, satanic blood worship. Because see, it's the blood that's magnetic. And the thing is the elixir is what they call the blood. These blood, I don't know, Satanists, I don't know. People can say, Satan was kicked out. Yeah, he was good. He's gone. Okay? So you can't keep going. Well, Lucifer's, no. Anytime that you're putting books out going, it's okay, blood's good. Listen, there's different blood in the arteries and the veins and all that. And we're never taught any of that. And truthfully, there's blood black magic. And that's why in all the Netflix series and everything, they're always cutting themselves because they're getting children, your own children, in the room doing some crazy shit that you don't know about, cutting their chest. I was in the detoxes with the children right when they turned 17 or 18, the cutters and all that. Oh, yeah. In the fucking rooms where the parents don't even know about because they're watching shit in there because the parents are in there going, you see all of our shit in here? Hell yeah, they've got $8,000 worth of gadgets in there that they don't need, so they're going to kill themselves eventually. You see what I'm fucking saying? I'm the one with the experience, not you. I'm the one that went through hell, literally, and still for a decade to be fucking ignored while I'm watching every one of y'all just nonchalantly, blindly just keep going through this shit. And it lets me know not one of y'all are solid. You won't fucking listen. This is more important than anything. To find out you're in a generational curse. Now, are you going to keep showing me your possessions and what the fuck you've done? I'm tired of hearing Matt, we was poor. That's by design. We can show you the world that Saturn has covered up, melted and obliterated and planted us, bloodlines, just like a fucking farm and a garden, and watered it with newspapers, radio, industrial revolution, false TVs, false technology, false light. Real light is reflection. That's bullshit light that fucks with your glands and your organs and everything. And y'all have no idea. A 5-year-old will keep going. Don't fucking listen to him. Do you see what I've done? Do you see what God has done? Not one of you say that. Y'all are going to fill up the churches tomorrow, give them trillions of dollars yet again, and we're going to be worse. It is fucking ludicrous. We cannot give you any more fucking logical information on how the whole system, Black's Law Dictionary, right there you go. There you go. Saturn's Law Dictionary. You are in a slave system. By definition of the birth certificate that says commerce on it, in the Department of Agriculture, stamped, crowned, copyrighted. Capricorn, Saturn, the crown, the sun and the moon represent Jack and Jill. Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Cancer is the water sign. Jack fell down and broke his crown. Right there. It's very fucking easy. Every nursery rhyme comes from what's above your head. There's the moon and there's the sun hand. Right there. That's why they're gone. Right there. Right there. That's funny how the 12 and 12 and AA is a blue book. 12 steps and 12. 12 and 12, AM and PM. And that blue book represents Saturn. Those ain't steps. They're grades / degrees. Okay? I can go through any literature that I have of all the rehabs that I've been through. And I can show you how each fucking organization is the same regurgitated bullshit, just restructured in a different way. Because they are a brotherhood. And they keep each other afloat while we fucking crush messengers trying to save your fucking soul. It is crazy. It is insane. There is literally billions of acres that we can fucking farm on. Millions within each state. Millions within each state. But yet, we're going to keep stacking and packing citizens to depend on a system to where the resources still come in from somewhere fucking else. This nation that y'all keep taking up for allows foreign countries to come over here and set up businesses and make trillions of dollars over the citizens making a penny. Now that's your fucking American blood. What a piece of shit you are. But you know what? That's you. That's who they created. Man, let's go have fun again. Let's go have fun again. Let's go have fun again. Oh, it's in flames. Matt, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. Just give me something that is good in society. Name one fucking thing. And you'll name all of them. And we can go show you what gives you your diseases. And how stupid that you are and how you can't see it. And how everything they sell, we can get them on propaganda. It's misleading. It causes every fucking disease under the sun. And you'll just sit there and go, he is fucking crazy. He is crazy. I can't tell that I'm in this Ahrimanic circuit. See, Ahriman and Lucifer, that's Satan right there. Ahriman and Lucifer ran around towards the middle of the 1800s. Michael, that's why you got Michaels. Because it's Lucifer. That's why we had Michael Jordan. That's why the Michael's the name in all the fucking movies. I like Mike. Give it, Mike, you'll eat it. Remember that commercial? Yeah, Lucifer will eat it. Lucy, look, all them names in the movies represent that. And see, the dumb ones like we are, that's the Ahriman spirit. The Luciferian spirit is the one preaching y'all that controls you, the one in your fucking huge structures at the top that y'all all want to be like. Those are Jesuits. Those are, and if they don't know, they're just fucking stupid. If you know somebody around your location that has went off for some period of time, they were indoctrinated to come back and then take a position and then to drag the motherfucking county down. Listen, all I got to do is you get behind me and we'll interview every person working for the damn city, state, and government around here. We have the power. We do. But we don't. Because if you did, you'd find out real quick. We would be the first section to be shut down, literally. Because they would be like, what's he talking about, this shit underneath us? You see this right here? Right? That right there is about 10 red magnetic bricks melted together. Where's the oven? Where's anything at? There's a fucking wooden barn right there. Bricks, hold up. The one brick alone is pretty hard. Fuck! That many seams together? Hold up. Oh, there's more. There's more. What if people was like, look, this is what I'll do. You get behind me, start the state of Georgia. I will give you $2,000 right off the rip just to start digging your yard up. I don't care where you live. We're going to dig it up. That's right. $2,000 to each citizen. You know where we'll get the money is we'll go to NASA and we'll stop their $50 million a day. It ain't going to happen though. Let's see. How much is the space business a year?
According to Bloomberg.com, companies in the space industry grew revenue to $427.6 billion in 2022, up from a revised $396.2 billion the year before.
And you know what's funny? Is that's not even real. Remember, who's the god of banking? Saturn. Think about if 100 billion of that went into America. Like right now. They got enough. Go give fucking hell 500 million to New York. Come on, man, they need help, man. Come on, man. Man, we gotta go, man. You're 5-year-old. How much is the movie industry a year?
According to Enterprise Apps Today, the annual revenue of the global film industry as of 2022 was $77 billion. The top countries by the market by the year
That's
2025
nothing.
in terms of projected...
You need to think about that. You need to think about the fake ones that get, oh, I love this award. This is for all y'all. Look at that number compared to that one. So let's say the movie business, the space business. How much is the music industry a year annually?
According to Statista, global revenue of the recorded music industry 1999 to 2022. In 2022, the total revenue of the recorded music industry amounted to $31.2 billion US dollars. Global streaming revenues reached $20 billion US dollars in the same year.
So what we have is this. And you think about all the children running around with fucking space bullshit on. Think about all the children running around with Marvel shit on. Superheroes. Thinking about all of them running around going, hell yeah, blah, 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 I got my music in, hell yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that was me too. So, we've got over, would that be $500 billion just in 3? A year. A year. $500 billion that your fucking nation, now that's not just here, but in total, think about that money worldwide. But you can't. Don't listen to him. We're going to go watch the matinee today and do nothing with our life. And when we die, we're going to find out. But for right now, we're going to fucking be stupid. How can y'all not see that? We've got to go get coats for the homeless. Fuck you. Go get money from them. Y'all are cowards, though. Disney can't put it together. Let's see. Definition of seer.
Here's the definition of seer. A person who is supposed to be able, through supernatural insight, to see what the future holds.
I'm going to end on that. In gematria, these are the same. They're as above, so below, though. Which is even worse for us, but better for them. So, by definition, a seer is a person who can see through supernatural insight to see what the future holds. Well, what does the news tell you what the future holds? So, the news is a seer, like we've said. And in satanic news, in satanic gematria, is 201. Okay? Event 201. What does that say? Event 201. This was right when C-19 hit. You need to go look at that. Everything that they said was going to happen just like a seer happened. Saturn and Chrome. Chrome books in the schools. Chrome books. Chrome fucking soft golf balls. Chrome. That's Saturn. And it's Rome, though. It's Rome. Every mission, look, they say this. There's a website that has balloon launches. And if you go to it, it's a foreign one. You can match up all balloon launches to all fucking launches here. If you do enough research, these rockets are fucking balloons. Yes, it is crazy. How can you, it's like, listen, the TV it's sorcery. We've done proved it. It's black magic, supernatural black magic shit. And you played with the toys. He's crazy. Look, and here's a example. This is what I had when I was a child. Think about being a child and being like, Nyom, Nyom, space, Nyom, and then growing up. Staying inside. Love you.